Hello guys, in this video we will try to understand promise chaining. Why promise chaining is important. So for that we must have to understand a scenario in which we will be using multiple asynchronous function. So right now we have one asynchronous function. I will copy same function. I will paste function down below and I will rename this function as async_fun2. And as first our asynchronous function returning value 1 using this resolve method, in asynchronous function 2 we will be returning number 2 in data, so we can understand that both methods are separate. So at the time of implementation, as we are calling the async function first, this function will take 2 seconds, then it will give us data number 1. And let's say we have a requirement. In that requirement, after completion of this first asynchronous function, we want to execute this asynchronous function 2. So what we'll do, as we get data here, we will call this method, and as we know that we have two methods, then method and catch method, we will use these methods to get data. To get data from then, we will use the function inside then which gives us data, and in catch we also use function which gives us error. And as of our normal practice, we will print whatever the output we are getting from this then and catch function. So this catch function returned error, so we will print error here. So what we have did actually, that after calling one asynchronous function, we want to call second asynchronous function. So we have put asynchronous function 2 inside this asynchronous function. So now let's run this code and let's see what happens. As we start to running this code, we got number 1 printed from this function, and after 2 seconds we got number 2 printed. So this is a normal approach. We are using same methods like a then and catch. If you try to imagine the same condition with a callback, then we can understand. If we create a separate function, we also rename it. Now to handle this function inside this data, we have to write all the same code again, and this code end up as a messy code. So to avoid messy code inside the promise, developers developed promise chaining. So for promise chaining, what we do, we can use multiple then block. So as here we have used catch block, what we can do, we can use another then block here. This then block will take a responsibility to handle other asynchronous function. How? So for that, here we are calling this asynchronous function 2. We will not use this then and catch for asynchronous function 2. What we will do, we will just return this asynchronous function from first asynchronous function. As first asynchronous function implemented successfully, our code will return asynchronous function 2, and whatever the handling we want to do, we will handle this through this then method. So here also we can use function to get a output that we usually get data, and here we can directly print our output. So here you can see that we are just returning other function which we want to implement, and as this function start to implement, we get leverage of this then method, and we can print this data. So let's run this code. So as we get number 1 printed, and after that number 2 got printed. The benefit of this is that we are using only one catch block for both functions. So in case we also have another one function, let's say asynchronous function 3, we will, for example, returning result 3, what we will do, so as we have another one functions, we want to run this function after completion of asynchronous function 2. So when we get result from asynchronous function 2, we will return asynchronous function 3 through the then method of asynchronous function 2. I'll call it using asynchronous function 3. As we have called this asynchronous function 3, we will use same then method to chain I'll get data from here and I can print data using console.log.data method. So here you can see actually I have used then thrice, and what is its benefit is that we are running multiple asynchronous functions. So this is the benefit of promise chaining. So let's run this code and let's check what output we get. So we will get number 1 printed right now, we got number 2 printed, and we will get number 3 printed from this function. Using promise chaining, we can run multiple asynchronous code. In fact, this chaining of asynchronous code become very much easy if we are using the next advancement of asynchronous function handling. That advancement is async await function. For that, see you in next video.